Hello everybody, welcome back to Graceful Embroidery, and today we're going to look at the details that you'll find in the daily freebies. Now, as you can see here, I have yesterday's design stitched out here on a lovely cream sort of antique silk dupion. Now, as soon as I sit down in a different light, I see things I want. Excuse me, getting up. Might just see a thread. Now, after a week, I'm sure you can see the direction in which these designs are going. And this particular one really emphasises the fact that I have taken certain elements from the Crystal Stars collection and I am developing it further. We have a different starburst here with two shades of gold, and we have quite a few of the stars, including the big one here, which I've chosen to do in a turquoise colour. First of all, I want to explain to you my thinking, if that's possible. The dark blue here really emphasises the night sky. That was my theory. And some of the elements that I've introduced, I have found those on certain fabrics that I've been looking at. I'm not a great fan of batik fabric, but when you look at some of them, you can see some very interesting shapes and swirls and elements that are useful. So, hence, we've got this lovely sort of swirl here. Now, in this particular one, we don't have the little knot at the end. And so you can see, if you look closely, the trim. But we're going to cover that up today. So we have various stars in different threads. Now, this particular star only has one surround of metallic thread. You'll notice that I have chosen metallic thread. You don't have to use metallic thread. Don't use it if you don't like it. But if you're not happy with that, then you can stop your machine and go back and do a second edging. This particular element here, you can call it a flower, you can call it a star. I've chosen to do the actual petals of the star, if that's possible, in an off-white. You could do it in the same colour as the background. This background, if you stopped your machine, because there are other elements in that colour block, could be done in metallic thread. So that is another one of your options. We have these motif stars in several sizes dotted around the designs. And then we also have these outlines. This one I've done with a metallic thread. It makes it a little bit, makes it very proud, but obviously it would look very different if you did it just in an ordinary thread. And then we have this particular star, which has got a heavy outline. This one's got a sort of zigzag outline, and then this one is very basic. So I'm going to show you how you can embellish and improve upon these designs. Obviously, we've got several shades of gold here, and in other designs within the collection, you've seen that I've introduced some flowers. And then we have the beautiful scrolls, which I am delighted with the shading that's in those. So what we're going to do today is, first of all, we're going to finish preparing this. I've not removed my stabilizer. And as you can see, it's all looking rather messy on the back, but nobody except you and I see the back. So I removed the first layer. Now, with this sort of design, it's impossible to remove every little piece of... Where have I put my bin? No, the bin's gone. It'll go on the floor then, won't it? It's not possible to remove them all. The stitches are quite strong, so you don't have to be too careful, but obviously there has to be some sort of care taken. I'm just going to try and remove a little bit more. And then I'll remove these, which, as you can see, were the top layers, and I just use offcuts to make sure that they're relatively straight in the middle, so that they can butt up nicely to each other without leaving any gaps. I'm going to cheat, and that's all I'm going to. Excuse me, I'm just going to aim it across the room. Missed. Right, we have our iron here, and it's on a low linen setting. You've got to be very careful of silk. Don't cook it too much. Anyway, I just want to give that a little bit of a press here on my wall mat. The wall mat is not the ideal background for pressing your embroideries. It's better to have something a little bit softer so that it makes them proud, but this will do for now. Right. What I did, I'm just going to show you some of these beautiful crystals. You may have seen them. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? They're far too heavy to put on the embroideries, but they're just beautiful. Now, I have a little tray here, and I get all my crystals now from a company here in the UK. I used to send to America for them, but I now get them from Blue Streak Crystals. But I think they'll send them to you anywhere. And thinking of the colours that I was using, I sent away for these stars, and then I got these lovely blue ones. These are silver stars with a point. I just got a bit carried away with buying, and those are some other ones that I got. And I did get quite a few of these, but it's very hard when you buy things online to really understand what size they're going to be. So these are the crystals that I've got, and I've heated up my glue gun here, and I just want to show you a little trick. If you don't like the ends where you can see the joins, then just, now we could put that there, or we could put this one here. No, I don't like that one either. I mean, your other option is just to put, ooh, I have a tray over here of lots of different crystals. You never have, like threads, you can never have enough. I'm going to place that one there. And my system is very different to what's advised. I just put it in place, hold my gun over top, and slowly apply pressure for about 12 seconds. If it's a larger crystal, I go up to sort of 16 or so. That's quite a pronounced, oh dear. It does help if you turn the gun on. Okay, well, I have to talk some more. It would be, you're very limited in the sizes that you can get when, I mean, obviously you can get lots of different sizes when it comes to, let's get some of these stars out. When it comes to the plain, round, hot fixed crystals. But when you start looking at stars, it's a slightly different story. And that's that one there, which is gorgeous. Almost got a slightly gold tint to it, and it's actually called Golden Shadow, so that's correct, and that is beautiful. So while we're waiting for the gun to heat up, let me show you some of the things that you could do. This is an outline, and so's this one. Obviously, it's very important that you have a star shape that has got the right amount of points on it. Most of the stars that I've done in this collection have got 5, so that could go there. Now, where would I put that one? You have a choice when you're deciding whether to put something. They're quite fiddly to play around with. That's it. So that could go there. And this one is here is ideal to go in that shape. But, and I say this, be very careful. Don't over embellish. If we stuck a star on every star, although that one's not suitable, but if we got carried away and put them on every one, it would look too much. So embellish your stars, make them shine, give them some bling, but don't go mad. I don't think these ones require a star. On this cream, they don't look very, they're not so terribly strong. But I haven't tried stitching out these ones in metallic thread, but providing you slow your machine down, there shouldn't be a problem. So you apply it on the top and then do any movement and then slowly press down on that to heat up the glue which is underneath, and then it will be attached. So that one can go there. And on this particular, I'm going to take these away because they're shining far too much and distracting me from what I'm trying to do. Because, as I said, the right amount of bling is important. Don't go OTT. So I'm just going to give this a shake so I can remember which ones are attached and which ones aren't. So we definitely need something over here. That one doesn't fit in there. These sort of curved stars fit very nicely inside that one, but I'm going to use the gold. Now, this method works fine, and if when you take it away it's not quite right, or a little while afterwards, put the gun back on and so that the glue heats up slightly, and then you can just twist it. Now you see that one is not in the right place, and I'm going to have to lean in to move it. Now be very careful, they are quite hot. This one doesn't want to move at all. You can guarantee if you're doing it on film, it'll go wrong. They're quite big stars, so I've not used these ones before, so it's obvious that they are quite... Ah, it's moved now. There we are. And of course you could put something on that flower as well. In fact, I think that lends itself quite nicely. There we are. And of course, they don't actually have to go on top of the stars. You can just place them randomly around your embroidery, actually giving it more stars. I'm going to keep one there. And I've decided I'm going to go against my advice, and I'm going to go OTT. After all, I've got the gun out, so I might as well, and the crystals, I might as well go for it. When you've got shaky hands like me, this method is so much easier. Right. And you obviously could put something on top of that star. Best if it's this one has got so many threads crossing over, that doesn't work. So perhaps for this one, we'll see whether one like that works. Yeah, it does. But as I say, there are far too many stars on here. Now remember, although I've taken elements of crystal stars, I want to rename the collection because the original crystal stars designs will still remain on. I think you can only get them at Secrets at the moment. They're not on my website because I was never very happy with them. Let's put that one up there just to, and balance, obviously. You don't want all the crystals on one side and none on the other. So we're looking for a name. Now you've downloaded 8 or 9 of these designs, you can see where we're going and you may have some ideas. I hope that was helpful. Don't be afraid of these hot fix guns. They're not frightening. The main thing is that you're working on a surface. Now my wool mat's perfect. It's not going to get damaged. And you have a little tray. And when the ends of the tips get black, like this one does, and I'm not going to do it now, get a little piece of aluminium foil and use that like a scourer, and it will take all the burnt bits off. And I've got so used to doing it that I hardly ever change the ends on here. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, it'd be great if you did, and hit the little bell, and then you'll get told every time I upload a new video for you all to watch. So I'm really pleased that you joined me today in my embroidery studio, and until next time, happy embroidering.